I spent the last couple of months figuring out the best way to arrange my tracks and to make it sound cohesive, glue sounds together, and just finish more tracks faster. And there's one thing that I realized that every single music producer uses on daily basis that can glue your sounds together and help you to fill up the arrangement and make your tracks sound cohesive and help you to finish more tracks faster. This one secret, not really the secret thing. So what am I talking about here? And it is delay. And if you're not using it correctly, like in a creative, artistic way, you are missing out so much of potential. And your music will sound like 10 times better if you learn how to use delay like a pro, which I'm gonna teach you in this video. So let me show you my latest track, first with delay and then without delay, so you can really feel the impact, how much a proper delay can do for your tracks. And now the same thing without delay. I'm gonna have delay like two channels, but the main ones are gonna be off. You can hear everything yourself. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use delay like a pro, the latest techniques that I discovered by making this track. So I'm sharing like all the best, all the secrets, everything that I'm learning by producing more music. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Vlad. I create superstar music producers. I want you to be successful with your music, like make money, have the career, and hopefully with my videos you can achieve that. And if you need some help with your music, I do coaching, so check my website. There's going to be the link down below. If you want to start releasing on labels, my clients are doing that. This is all possible within just a couple of months, so you can check all the testimonials and stuff. And yeah, without further talking, let's get started with the video. All right, let's talk about the bird's eye view and one of the biggest problems that pretty much every single music producer has until you get to the pro level. So we tend to overcomplicate music, and we tend to not respect space, because when you're listening in the studio environment, like everything is smaller. You don't really like listen in the clips. I would suggest like play, like DJ, like bro, DJ your music. It is so important to get feedback from the crowd. I learned so much by DJing, like performing with my music. But if you look at this, right, I have the lead sound, like lead number 1 and lead number 2. How do you fill the space in between and make it sound good? Because I have like a pretty solid foundation, like a nice kick, nice bass that I spent quite a bit of time designing. It's like minimal techno, tech house, right? And then we have and then everything is empty. And what we tend to do, right, is you tend to add more sounds because you think the track needs more sounds. But no, like your track doesn't need more sound. It needs more like space. It needs to be more, I don't know, it has to be deeper. So you can put more sounds, but there's always a risk it's going to be busy, right? So like you could put lead 1, lead 2, like it's just going to be like overcrowded, like too complicated. We don't want that. So we want to be strategic, and we're going to be a little bit smarter, right? So one more time, I'm going to play you the dry sound, right? So there's like so much space in between those elements. Like it's still a pretty good call and response. So what we can do now is, I'll explain how I'm setting up everything. So I have the delay on the cello, which is on the channel. Already like making some and then there's one more delay which I resampled So like I can show you with audio, because technically it is the delay. I just bounced it into audio. So check it out. So instead of adding new sounds, why don't you take the main sound, you resample it into something new, and that's gonna sound cohesive. It's gonna sound really interesting. So check it out. Right? And it's so simple. It's sort of like a pad, it's a lead sound, it's just a cool sound, which I made with delay. I'm going to show you how to do this exactly, right? So instead of adding sounds, just try to work with what you have. And that's the biggest thing that makes gonna make you into a pro, because once I started performing, once I started producing more music consistently, I realized like, hey, like this is so simple. Like this stuff, good stuff is simple. So instead of filling that space with sounds, what we can do here is we can resample. So you can create dialogue with different delay settings, and with delay you create cohesiveness and continuity in your sound by using sounds that already exist, right? So let me show you another example of the same delay. But this time the rhythm is a little bit different, right? And because one thing is landing here and the previous is landing here, it becomes like call response, call response, call response. So even without the kick and the bass, just listen how they interact with each other. And I made the second delay from, and we have one more delay on the. Also really cool, just like a nice and simple stuff. So like don't overthink it, like use more from what you have already. So check it out, this is how they interact, right? And there's not like crazy music theory behind it. There's like nothing really complicated. It's not rocket science, but quite often in music, simple stuff that is on the surface, it's the stuff that actually pros use and that's gonna make you into the pro. So if you check this, the same thing. And because the sound changes over time, because I'm playing with delay settings, I'll show you how to do that. The sound, it is really long, right? So it's not just like one thing that is repeating over here, which could be a thing, right? It can sound nice, but this is the length. It's like 1 minute of unique sound from delay, right? So just pay attention how the sound evolves. Right? And then you can automate it with filters, right? If you see here. And just kick bass in this thing alone, because the loop is so alive, it sounds amazing. If we listen to this thing, let's say like in the studio here. So like the biggest thing that I'm realizing myself is like you have to feel with the music. It's like it's not just the sound. Like it's not just like making something on your computer. Like it actually, like you have to feel it through the body, and you have to like resonate with it, like move with your music. If your music doesn't make you move, that's like there's a big problem here. But it's you can fix it really easily. But I'm just telling, like, you see how I'm feeling this. Like I'm really feeling this track, and like I have goosebumps like on my body when I'm talking about this, right? So yeah, it's a bit long explanation, but I hope it makes sense, right? So instead of like adding new sounds, work with the stuff that you have. Let's now talk about the logic behind the delay. So here I have two examples. Say the leading rhythm in the track A is 1/4, like it was, I think, with this one. Maybe it's like 1 second or something like that. Different tracks have different rhythm. I'm going to show you like one more example. So this is like a schematic representation when the delay like fades out and then it starts again, right? And the bottom one is the 16 bars. It's schematic. Depending on the genre, sound, idea, and the feel of the track, you can pick different delay. The point is, delay glues and connects sounds, filling up the empty space. So again, you just heard that, right? We have the delay and like it fades out and then like again it loops to just create this like really simple but like really beautiful sound. Now, if nothing is here like in the arrangement, the sound is boring, like it's empty. So now imagine if there was no delay and you just heard it in the beginning, right? So let me show you a couple of examples. So with this first track, and I have another track here that we are going to listen to. So it's a different rhythm. Feel the bass, feel the drums. It's like my sort of side trancey kind of side from my music project. So let's focus on this lead sound. So first, let's play without the delay. So here, like those two tracks are very different, but I think the BPM is the same because I loaded in the same project. And I just want to show you like different delay rhythms and how it can affect your tracks. Let's start with the one that I set up, right? So it's ping pong delay. Right? And it's 1/8, 1/4. This is one of the ways how you can use delay for this track. Maybe, again, like depending on the genre, let's set up another one. So we can copy this and we can go here and let's do the single echo, right? And here, let's try different rhythms so I can show you. And this example here, like it almost becomes like a reverb. Like really cool psychoacoustic effect. If you want maybe one second, so could be like this. Stop, and then play again. Right? Listen, this is like so beautiful, right? The tail, it creates this nice space in your music, which is like really amazing. And it's, I don't know, because I think music is not just the sound, like it's like sits very deep in my soul. Like the type of videos that I'm making also like a little bit different from what you usually see on YouTube. So let's do some reverb. And again, let's try a different rhythm here. So we can try 1/8 with a dot. So again, it's like another example of how the rhythm and how the timing of delay can affect your track, right? So let's go back here like really quickly and then we'll continue. We can do cello delay, right? So what if we change the cello to, for example, let's take it here. So we had this main loop. Let's just change the rhythm like a little bit. We change it to 1 second. Very different vibe, for example, to 1/8. And again, like consider using different timings for your delay. And like the feedback, like crank up the feedback and see how it like feels for your track. And then it really like comes to resampling this stuff as well, right? So you can just with different timing, the vibe of the track would be so different. Okay, let's now talk about how to apply delay to your instrument. So usually, of course, the most basic way to apply delay, it's gonna be like melodic stuff. There's no right, there's no wrong. You can apply delay literally to anything. So just test it out and see what you like. This is why like I'm not talking about any rules, anything like that on my channel because your music is unique. I don't want to give you rules. It's just like the techniques, right? So I'm gonna show you just like one creative way of how you can use delay. Let's say just maybe let's take this track. So we take this track and we play just the drums. And you can put delay on let's say hi-hat and it's gonna sound really cool. Check it out. And it's already like creating like of course it's not perfect, but I just want to show you like what you can do. So maybe if you want to do right? And then if you bring back the delays, the rhythms, they start to interact with each other. So there's like same thing without the delay. Listen one more time. So the delay, it's sort of like creating this extra layer in your tracks, which makes it like so amazing, so unique, right? Okay. Using delay as a sound design and arrangement tool. So we talked about the foundation. How do you use delay actually, like a pro? So the key here is the feedback knob, and like this is something that maybe you didn't think about in this way. So if you crank up the feedback, you can create beautiful delay tails that I'm gonna show you here, right? So those two tracks I made with delay, like with feedback. I just literally like resampled it. Let's go back to the track, and from here, so we have the cello, and we have, I think I should have had it, cello, yeah, so from here, check it out. So we have the cello, and if you pay attention, I have automation, so everything that is happening like before this point is not affecting the delay. So you can design what exactly, like what signal you want to feed into the delay. So if we listen to the cello, now check it out. You can do vice versa, right? You can, again, I have my feedback. So to set it up, you need to select the channel like you do here, right? So from the cello, so we are feeding in channel number 20 to channel number 21, post FX and in. So select in. And then you just want to play with automation. So maybe if you want to start like a little bit quieter. And then again, let me show you more examples. So let's say if we have this cello thing, I have actually like double delay on the cello, so it's like I'm feeding delay into delay, and it's like you can get so like it's fun, like bro, it's fun. Have fun with your music. That's the point. Like I'm enjoying just doing this stuff. Like I love what I do. I like making videos. Let's change to 1/8 with a dot. It doesn't really sound that good, right? So let's change the timing to 1/8. Pretty nice. And then by automating like the low cut, the high cut, like depending on what delay plugin you use, you can create those beautiful atmospheres like I did that emphasize. So the question is, like, you just need to find the right like time settings for your track, right? Okay, let's now talk about how I set it up. I kind of talked about that. So we have the main instrument channel, we have the delay, and then we resample the delay to audio. So for example, let's say if I want to resample this delay, let's stop this. So cello, delay. Let's create one more channel, and I do those little like arrows just to be able to find it. So from here, we select the delay, this channel, and then we do post FX, and then you click on record, and then we're gonna hear the sound. And now it starts to create those really weird analog-ish kind of vibes, right? And then one last thing is like be creative with processing. You can resample, like keep resampling. So for example, if you do like, what if you send it to the reverb here as well? And that will help you to transition. And again, I'm gonna be making more videos on arrangements soon. So you can be really, really creative with that. And yeah, just to follow up with what I said again, I have the filter, which changes the sound a little bit as I go with my arrangement. And then I'm also automating the gain here. So this is, right? That is super necessary if you want to. All right, I think that's gonna be pretty much. Yeah, one last thing. It's also cool, like if you set up the delay in parallel, so we can end with this. So what you do here is you can take the, let's say we have the lead sound, right? So you create the channel. You can just do like you group. So one channel is the delay, right? So if I play you this thing here. And one channel is the dry signal, right? So this is the dry and this is the delay. Make sure that you put 100% mix, and then I also like side chaining, like from the same channel. So like the lead is ducking the reverb. Because if it's not ducking, it becomes a little bit too much, right? So you just create one channel, delay, and dry. Okay, bro, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it was insightful. I actually know that it was like really amazing and probably one of the best, if not the best video like on delay on YouTube. Like I'm so confident in myself just because like I'm putting like my soul and passion into this. Like But then again, like I hope that you liked the video. I hope it was insightful. So again, if you need some help with your music, just book a call. Let's chat, and yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one, probably this week. Bye.